Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be having a look at the new 2-player starter set for Warhammer Underworlds. There's been so many sets for Underworlds recently, but there's another one that we saw this week, and this was the first time we got to see it, but it's going to be available very soon, which usually means it will come up in the pre-order preview on one of the following Sundays. Could even be this week, but maybe the week after, so we'll just have to wait and see. But in this video, I thought it'd be cool to have a look at the contents, find out exactly who this set is for, just compare it to Weird Hollow, the other recent set that came out, and just see exactly who is this designed for. Is it for new players? Do existing players get any benefit from this? Let's have a look. Here's the video that they showed in the recent article this week, and this is going to give us our first glimpse at the models and the board. Now, if you've been a fan of Warhammer, especially Underworlds, you're going to recognise not just the boards, but also the miniatures. These are some of the really older miniatures from Underworlds, from, I think it's the first season. You'll certainly recognise the skeletons, that's the sepulchral guard, I can never say that word properly, but those are the miniatures. Also some of the Stormcast Eternals that we've seen a ton in all the different Mortal Realms magazines, Underworlds, and in some other sets too. And this new box set is indeed set in the original setting, the cursed city of Shadespire. So it's very odd to go back in time, but let's find out why they've decided to do that. Here's the box art then, so it looks very much like the old Shadespire boxes as well. The artwork is very much on par with that. And they say in the article that there's so many different box sets, so many extras to buy for the game, it can be a little daunting for new players to get into, and that's why they've created this new and up-to-date starter set. And here you can see all the contents of the box in one image, and the idea here, as they say in the article, is to give players the easiest way to get into the game. And that's a big part of Warhammer. It's very hard when you first get started, especially with some of the skirmish games, and well, even the big games, 40k and Age of Sigmar. There's so many books, battle tomes, codexes, extra narrative campaign books, all sorts going on. I'm recently started playing Necromunda, and trying to find all the information quickly and easily is very hard, and so this is going to solve that problem for Underworlds for new players. They can literally get this one box set and then just get started. It'll give them a taste of what to expect from the game, and then you don't have to pay the full price that you would for the main box set. So let's have a look at the prices, because this is going to be a little bit cheaper if the old starter set is anything to go by. Here you can see the two prices. So the starter set that you can get right now, it's available at the moment, is £40. And then so when this one comes out, I expect they're going to keep it around the same price. And then you've got the bigger sets, the ones that come out with the brand new warbands. That's £65 for Weird Hollow there. So quite a big difference. It looks quite similar in the images, and later on in the video I'll go through exactly what is different about these two sets and why the prices are so different as well. But let's continue having a look at the contents of this new set, which mostly comprises of old sets, but here it is. So you're going to get the book in here, and that's going to be a 52-page rulebook and a 52-page playthrough booklet, and then you're going to get the board, dice and everything as well. Including that playthrough booklet sounds pretty good. It tells us in the article that the playthrough booklet will run us through a full predetermined game of Warhammer Underworlds, and it'll explain how each warband makes activations, plays its ploys and upgrades, secures its objective cards, and earns those all-important glory points. So that's pretty good, almost like a battle report in print that you can follow along and learn to play, which I think is a really nice way to learn the game. That's something I find from the White Dwarf magazines that are really helpful. So there we go, that's a nice addition. I don't think they put that in the existing starter set, so that's quite new. It's going to give you the Far Striders Fighters, that's the first warband, and again we've seen these a lot. They're kind of fading now when you look at them compared to the Thunderstrike armour Stormcast Eternals. Much crisper and more detailed, but still nice models, and if you don't have them already, this is going to be a good way to pick them up. I think the main attraction of this box for existing players, or anyone who plays Age of Sigmar, or even someone who just likes painting the models, then it's the Sepulchral Guard. I think you're really going to get a good price here. At the moment, these are going for anything from £30 up to £50 on eBay for this set, and that can just be for the models sometimes too. So if you are looking to get hold of these models, or you've been trying to get hold of them for a while, then this could be a good time to get them. I think they're fantastic actually. They've got so much character, and they'd be great to add in to some Age of Sigmar armies for sure. And I think these are going to be the biggest attraction, certainly for older existing players. And here you can see how you used to be able to buy the Sepulchral Guard. You could get them as easy to build miniatures separately. They were called Death Rattle Sepulchral Guard, and then the Shade Spire box set that has all the cards in as well and everything you need. But those cards pretty outdated now. One thing I noticed with the starter set that exists already, they're only giving you 8 dice, and it looks like the same here. You're only getting the 8 dice, so you're not getting any of the magic dice, I don't believe. So looking there, we can see 5 white and 3 black. So there's going to be a little bit of a limitation there. You're also not going to get as many cards in this as you would in the bigger sets like Weird Hollow. But you still get all the cards you need to play the game. And as they've reworked these warbands, they've also reworked their unique Rivals decks. So these are going to be up to date now as well. Although it feels like it really is designed for new players, having those reworked Rivals decks could be a nice draw for existing players too, especially if you want to play these older warbands with their newer cards. That's going to be really fun, I think. Especially, you know, some people like to stick with 1 or 2 warbands and just focus on them. So this is going to be really great if you want to revisit some of those older ones and get that hit of nostalgia. I thought it was a little bit weird that they're bringing out a new starter set, especially so close after Weird Hollow and with loads more in the pipeline for Underworlds. But I guess if they're going to try and bring back some of the older warbands and then update them with new Rivals decks, this is the way they're going to be doing it, perhaps bringing out a new updated starter set every now and again and then include those new Rivals decks for those older warbands. That could be quite interesting, but you are going to have to be paying £40 buying the whole set rather than just being able to buy the warband and the cards separately. If you're starting out, I still think the Weird Hollow is a way to go. You're going to get everything that you get in the starter set and more. You're going to get some extra things, such as the 2 additional Universal Rivals decks. So you're going to get more cards. That's going to give you more playability, especially if you want to grow the game and go out and play in your local clubs and maybe even play in some tournaments. You're certainly going to want more of those decks. You can see it highlighted here. It's also going to give you more dice. You're going to get the 3 magic dice as well. And of course you're going to get those up-to-date miniatures, which are fantastic. I think they're really cool. Both the warbands in that set are great. Now I didn't get it because I didn't want them both, but I got really lucky because I got an email from the Bald Orc who sent them out to me for me to paint and show you here on the channel. So I'm very grateful to that, and look out for that video coming very soon where I'll be building them up and getting them painted in my style of Stormcast Eternal. So if you've been waiting to see how I paint my Stormcast in the black with that autumn theme base, then I'll be covering that with those models. And yeah, really looking forward to that. And a big thanks to the Bald Orc. I'll put a link in the description down below. You can check out his eBay store there where he's got loads of miniatures. He's been selling a long time on eBay. He's not a scalper, that's very important to point out. And there's nothing wrong with selling on eBay if you do it properly like he does. And I also sell on eBay all the time. So yeah, definitely check his store out and you'll find out more about him and those cool models very soon. So there you go. Whether that's worth the extra £25, I'm not sure. That's up to you. I think £40 to be able to get hold of those old Sepulchral Guard and some other Stormcast models might be quite attractive, and especially if you play Underworlds, you're going to get the up-to-date rival decks too. So it could certainly be worth doing if you're an existing player, but I really think this is designed for new players above all else. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think we're getting too many Warhammer Underworld sets? Or are you happy that they're bringing out them at the rate they're doing at the moment? Let me know. But for me, it's a bit too much to get all these box sets. How many tokens and boards do we really need? I think if they did the 2 little warbands separately with the new rival decks, they'd probably be more popular. But that's just my opinion. If you'll be looking to order this when it's available or anything else for your hobby, then please check out the links in the description down below to Element Games and the little shop in Lisgar, Cornwall. You can get some great discounts there. On Element Games, they're offering up to 20% discount. If you order high enough, you get free delivery as well. And for every sale made through that link, I get a small commission as I'm an affiliate for them too. So that'd be awesome. You'll be getting a discount on your products and support me on the channel here too. So thanks so much if you decide to do that. Thanks also to all the sponsors of the channel this month for helping me to keep going with these daily videos. And of course, a big thank you to you for watching the videos. If you like this one, it'd be great if you hit the like button. Consider subscribing as well if you've been enjoying the content recently. But for now, thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.